Welcome back, firecrackers and bangers. We have returned to the Earth Defense Force headquarters so we can resupply, re-up, and man up. Going into the 40th mission of the game after taking down a couple dinosaurs like a blast from the Stone Age. Let's try even more nuanced weapons combinations in this, our most numerous assortment of available weapons yet encountered.
Alright, so it's a rapid-fire shotgun.
Okay. So there are two things about this shotgun that are weird. One is its rapid-fire type, and two, it has an effective range of almost 300 feet.
No, we've already used the V assault rifle and didn't like it. Dang it! You are now to pass through the canyon and return to base. We have intel on a few giant bugs still roaming around the mountains. If you happen to encounter an enemy, kill them on sight.
Sir, yes, sir. Kill bugs? I do it for a living.
Select a different going into combat.
Bold, I see. Because you're going to be really considering lowering the difficulty a notch as you advance to the 41st mission and beyond.
Really? I mean, we're getting ambushed here, which is not something that we were prepared for. But I noticed that our dudes actually have, rocket launchers instead of the laser rifles.
Oh, perfect. I have my broken urethra of a firing ballistic weapon. It's going to shoot over there, and it's going to shoot over there at the same time. Well, this situation escalated quickly. Is it possible that we're not using the Sparrow shotgun correctly?
I mean, the spread makes it very specifically feel like it actually is a short-range weapon, because of it actually is doing both. It's doing what is effectively a square spread, and a square spread for a shotgun is relatively normal, but at the same point, it feels kind of weird to actually execute on.
Square spread. I mean, looks like I'm just pumping out a cylinder of ballistic material every single time I fire it. Rather impressive.
No,
also,
whereas the AFV is, just not impressive at all.
Come on, don't you like alphabet soup with your weapons in the morning?
Depends. The tasty alphabet soup.
How about a big old grog of some delicious ant goo?
Nah, I don't like ant goo. If I'm gonna have bug products, I would prefer to have beetle-based bug products.
Like what was that movie with Tim Allen, Galaxy Quest? Where doesn't he end up like covered in like alien guts at some point?
I don't remember. I don't think I've actually seen that Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, the only thing I remember from that is it's not even from the movie itself. It's when Tim Allen's character becomes a he has to speak for the human race to like the alien intelligence that are coming to take them all out. He says, "Look, I know we got off on the wrong foot here, but there seems to have been a misunderstanding." And then when he says misunderstanding, the alien that he's talking to grabs him by the nose, so it sounds like misunderstanding. That's it. That's literally the only thing I remember from Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
Or how about Plan 9 from Outer Space?
I know I've not actually seen Plan 9 from Outer Space.
That's probably a good thing. Although, well, there is some wisdom to be gleaned. Just like how bad video games make you appreciate what's good about good video games, bad movies similarly make you appreciate what's good about good movies.
Yeah, the thing about that, though, is that when it comes to space comedies, I've not actually seen all many space comedies that I would honestly recommend to people. Even Spaceballs, I wouldn't actually casually recommend to someone that hasn't actually been exposed to to what I would actually qualify as good space movies like A New Hope or The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that Star Wars films, Empire Strikes Back, and such are comedies?
No, I would not recommend Spaceballs to someone who has not seen Star Wars: A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back.
Gotcha, because then the references would probably be lost on them entirely.
Yeah. And
Well,
that's how I
that's...
feel about a lot of space comedies in general. Because Galaxy Quest, very specifically, is riffing a lot on Star Trek. But Star Trek, well, it only has a couple of actually really good movies. You know, Wrath of Khan specifically is really good, but I'm not entirely sure if I've seen Wrath of Khan all the way through.
Let's see, space comedies.
Ooh, another assault rifle.
Nice. The RA variant. We will see if RA is ready and awesome.
It's probably rapid accruement. So
rapid accruement. Some sophisticated differentiation on the design of the AF-16.
Okay. Yeah, it's rapid fire with a bigger magazine.
Oh, this is like spray and pray. This one, 30 bullets a second. That means that you empty a full clip in 6.66 seconds. The Devil's assault rifle. Space comedies. You know. I tell you, I can't really think of that many movies that are at their core comedies that are based in outer space.
Well,
or another planet.
Outer Space, Galaxy Quest, and Spaceballs, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy are all primarily space movies that are comedies.
Well, hold on. Plan 9 from Outer Space was not a comedy. That was a dead to rights, like I'm trying to be a horror movie, except that it turned into a B-movie masterpiece.
Okay.
Ed Wood, as played by Johnny Depp in the movie called Ed Wood. Occupation.
No, the city is now completely overrun with them. You are to act as a scout team and sneak into the city, hiding behind buildings as you approach the enemy to take them by surprise. This is a dangerous mission. Good luck.
Take them by surprise? I don't even know if there's a proper aggro system in this game. Because, I mean... You don't get bonus points for taking enemies by surprise.
Oh, we have to do a building dive. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I know. Like, what the hell was the point in putting us on a building if the first thing we got to do is get down from it?
Well, to be perfectly honest, they might have expected us to actually take some guided rocket launchers in for this mission specifically so that we can deal with the spawners, because that is our primary objective here.
Well, mind you, I did this entire playthrough before I realized how much you don't really care for how messy this combat gets. Like, you know, gee, if I could hit these UFOs, but there's so many of these stupid buildings and downtown infrastructure that's in the way. What am I to do?
Apparently, we are going to ignore the tank again, aren't we?
Maybe. Never say never.
Oh,
go for the tank. Go for the tank.
We have equipped the tank.
And the ants are marching one by one. Hurrah! Hurrah!
We have to actually shoot the UFO.
Blow your ass to bits, sir. We're blowing all the ants to bits, and now my pants are full of shits. Let's aim up and hit all of the UFOs, but we're turning around inside a fucking tank. A tank.
Let me guess, we can't actually arc all the way up there, can we?
And that's why we are changing weapons. What the fuck is this?
This is the air tortoise. We played with this one before.
Oh, it's a tortoise, all right. Mm-hmm. I kind of prefer the hair.
So I see why the RA-16 spends 30 rounds a second. It's because it actually does have a shotgun spread per trigger press.
Hello, boys. I'm back.
and because it's actually a guided rocket, yeah, it ends up just going for the ants instead, or a homing rocket rather.
Well, it's a good thing we got a weapon that. I mean, okay, you could try to hit your target, but see, the gun is so goddamn wasteful. Thank God there's infinite ammo in this game because you're gonna lose track of when the target is actually dead.
True.
Where you fall into one of the most important lessons in Resident Evil 4, one of my most frequently referenced games in all of Rocket Rabbit Commentaries games that we've done. You want to know when the enemy is dead so you can stop shooting. Especially important in a game where ammo's finite. Nice. Enclose me in your corpse of giant metallic whatsits. Heh, that was fun.
Alright. Ooh, an attack helicopter. Please tell me we found out what the fuck the missile button is.
We're gonna take this battle to the sky.
They can't join you in the helicopter, Mr. Cloud. Come on.
In 10 seconds. Yeah, I know, right? They can't. And that is indeed an unfortunate thing because I think that also applies to co-op too. Is your couch buddy cannot join you in a vehicle. They have to either go on foot or get their own vehicle.
Okay. All right. Now that we're in the attack helicopter, please tell me you figured out where the fuck the missile button is.
Anytime's a good time to find out where the button is. Raining down bullets like Neo in the Matrix. Ow.
Ouch.
All I did was crash into it and I took so much damage.
Well, yeah, because you crashed into a UFO.
Oh, awesome. I hit something. I hit something. Look at me now. Oh, that's a cool insight you got there.
So you don't know how to pitch the helicopter, do you?
Pitch? I barely know how to fly this thing. I was once a baseball player.
Nah. Baseball players do not necessarily make good helicopter pilots, Mr. Cloud.
And the award for biggest fall in all games goes to Generic Soldier number 41.
No.
Defense Force
Come on.
2017.
Infamous 2 and Prototype 2 both have much farther falls that you can unlock. So does Super Mario Odyssey, for the record.
But the Mario takes a falling good damage.
Actually, he doesn't in Odyssey, believe it or not.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, it's about time because, I mean, for goodness sake,
You could negate falling damage in 64. I forget if you can negate falling damage in Sunshine, but...
oh, yeah, I remember. That's you do the ground pound right before you hit the ground because it resets your gravity.
Well, it doesn't reset your gravity. It counts as an intentional attack.
Right, and then because now you're in attack mode, now the game has to recalculate whether you're going to take damage at the end of attacking.
Yep.
Based on the height you were at when you hit the attack button. Little game exploits like that.
It's not an exploit. It's entirely intended. There's a tutorial for it and everything.
No way. No.
There is in fact there is a ground pound tutorial in Super Mario 64.
But do they tell you, like, oh, by the way, if you think that you're falling from too big of a height?
I think it's in Cool World that one of the Toads tells you. That is a lot of smoke for a rocket, Mr. Cloud.
I just had that moment, but I never tried it. You could totally fucking, like, race that missile.
You'd lose, because the missile is slightly faster than you.
Not if I roll. So everybody should know. Okay, now that the obstruction is out of the way.
Nuke an entire city block,
Been there, done that. It's in the budget.
You know, we're not supposed to take down the data centers.
You could totally do this for the entire mission, too, is fire the air tortoise, dance around for 10 seconds, reload, and then as soon as it's done reloading, you fire another one, which starts another 10-second long fucking re-equip sequence.
You'd end up losing by the end, though, because, the mothership, the UFOs actually have faster spawn rates than you would end up causing damage on them.
You would be correct, sir. That's why you should always analyze the battle situation in order to determine what is the appropriate mode of attack. If
in this
you're
case,
in a
it would have
situation,
actually been the Goliath launcher, because the Goliath launcher just eats these UFOs for breakfast.
and here they come. Look at that giant anthole in the sky. Yeah, it is kind of a shame that this entire, because I was just doing my Hans and Franz accent, that the only accents that you hear in this game are basically generic American Caucasian. Like that's it. Like, this is called Earth Defense Force. We are represented by only one English speaking dialect. Couldn't even tell you if they were from Milwaukee or Detroit.
I don't think they're Midwest. They're probably East Coast.
Yeah, I would think East Coast. Connecticut.
Ooh. How about a little bit further south, like North Carolina?
You say that, Mr. Gurda, as though you know what a Connecticut accent sounds like, and I'll have you know that nobody knows what a Connecticut accent sounds like.
Hey, Cloud, our tortoise is doing more damage to the city than it's doing to the enemies.
And soon, all of the enemies will be equally blown up. In about 15 minutes. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning,
spawning all the bugs on top of us.
The UFO in the sky keeps spawning. Fire!
Very
Nailed
slow
it.
tortoise missile.
See that? Okay, well, how do you rule that one? I took out a building and I took out a giant ant at the same time.
You took down two enemies with that, but still, you know, the building is much more expensive than the bugs are.
Very expensive. But what if a bug left alive for too long is really the most expensive cost of all?
We don't really have proof of that because the bugs end up focusing on the humanoids to such an extent that I don't know if we've actually seen the bugs specifically deal damage to buildings. Like the mechs and the dinos definitely have the ability to destroy buildings, but I'm not sure if we've seen the bugs deal damage to buildings yet.
You are on point that the acid spray and the tarantula webs that we've been observing numerous times have virtually no effect on buildings. The Hector walking arms and their cannons can destroy buildings. The Dynamax can just run over buildings. The giant walkers can just trample buildings.
This tortoise's homing system is absolutely terrible.
Unfortunately, yeah. Need we say more that the tortoise really just has got to, stay in its shell, if you will, so that you can have a good time with other more sensible weapons.
Oh,
especially the ones that don't take out fucking 800 units of your health because you were an idiot for a second. Although I do admit, it is nice to have something to do with your 10-second long reload, like gathering weapons and weapons, armor, and health. Because you do have a lot of time to just dick around the map while you're waiting to reload, and also coordinating, hopefully, with a human player who is not in the middle of reloading for all eternity. The Tortoise is a slow-moving missile, but it's also a homing missile. Sometimes the targets will move faster than your slow-moving homing missile.
But they'll usually move towards you, so...
Right? Oh, yeah, and definitely don't use it when the enemy is right on top of you. No, I am not going to wait for you, generic soldier number 875.
I think that's a bit generous in the numbering, Mr. Cloud. I don't think we've actually had 800 allies on hand at the moment. I think we're probably close up to 300, to be perfectly honest, but...
You know, you say that. If we let's say, for example, every time we enter a mission, we have 20 allies.
Then we'd be
And
at
this is
800, certainly, but we don't every
Yeah.
mission. A good portion of the missions
Right.
we're either alone or only have about 5.
Or maybe the civilians we've been seeing have decided to put away the business suit and the high-heeled shoes to pick up a weapon and take the fight to the aliens that are about to destroy their office building.
All right, so we got one more ant to go kill, and then we should be done.
Never gets old watching those freaking graphics just sink through the ground like they're made of paper.
Oh, it's not even an ant; it's an attack ship. Okay.
Oh, hey, guys, stand back. I got this, guys. I got this in the bag. He's got nowhere to run.
I can. I mean, we've been trying to use this incredibly slow nuclear warhead all fucking mission.
See, now it's time to play the how many missiles can I have flying simultaneously game. 2, 3. Oh, it's getting better because they can't pick the target. Yeah. All right, just keep firing. Just keep firing. Oh, we got it.
Oh, one of your missiles ended up timing out. Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen Mario Party games that play out similarly. Anyway, that was a great exploration of the missile launchers and other fun and nuanced weapons that you could pick up in Earth Defense Force, and we encourage you to pick up as many of these weapons as you like. And in the next part, we are advancing forward.